Ozzie Albies up to the plate. Corner infielders up on the grass expecting a bunt. Here's a 1-1. Good eye in that spot.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
That one is inside, ball 4. And I mean, oh, so close. Here's Austin Riley. Nola throw to first. Albies dives back and they got him. One down, base is empty. And that's ball 4.
2 walks in the first has to be some cause for concern. I mean, you're talking about a guy you want to pitch deep into the ball game. It's not going to help with the pitch count right there. They can't afford to hand out free bases at this rate.
Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. Riley, the base runner at first with 1 out. To the right side and foul ball. On the ground, 2 ball. Off balance speed, there's 1. Throw to first, but he beat it.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
Here's Matt Olson. And the righty deals.
If you were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
Nola throw to first. Acuna dives back in. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. And we're just getting started here in the top of the first. Acuna runs. And that one in the air center field. Settles under this one. Makes the catch. And that is that. Now, Weston Wilson. He has consistently been one of the best in the sport against lefties, and yet the righties give him trouble. You know, you don't want to be labeled as that guy, but the numbers say what they say. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Well, he's a good player, but if he wants to be great, he's going to have to figure it out against right-handed pitchers. There's so many right-handers in the game that you're going to see them one after another. So you would imagine with that many looks, Boog, that the adjustment's got to be coming soon.
Fires over to first. 1 gone, bottom half of the first. And here it comes. Laced down the line. This looks like extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
He was all over that one. Really good job keeping that one fair down the line. He let that off-speed pitch on the inside part of the plate travel just long enough, stayed short and quick to square up nicely.
Here's Harper now. Man at second. Slider misses outside. There's a swing and a drive. Base hit. The throw into second. Flying around third is Turner. He scores and they have the lead. 1-0.
Always feels good when you come through and get your team on the board first. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Blew the express right by his bat for strike 3. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. And another ball. Harper at second with 2 down. And that's outside. 3-1. The pitch. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
This is Bryson's stop. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
Harris racing after it, but the left fielder calls him off and makes the catch. And that is the inning. All set for the start of the inning. Now the left fielder, Marcell Ozuna. Maybe expecting a bunt here. Third baseman playing in on the edge of the grass. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Swing and a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive in the center field.
That's down and in. Swing and a miss. 2-2.
Well, the hitter shows the pitcher that he's willing to go after that pitch down in the zone. So perhaps he'll come back to it, still try to get that ground ball double play.
That's off the mark, and that's ball 3.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. This one popped up, foul ground first base side. Harper makes the grab, one away. So here's Murphy now. And he deals. And another ball. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
So 1 out with 2 aboard. Now in for the Braves, Orlando Arcia. In the air, right side. Drifts towards it. Puts it away for the out. Now it's going to be Michael Harris. Ozuna on second. Murphy at first. 2 out of the inning. Just missed.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Stott over to first in time. And that is that. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now it is JT Realmuto. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. And a pitch. Swings and misses. That is strike 2. Got him swinging. 2 outs, base is empty. Johan Rojas stands in for the Phillies. No, he doesn't get the call. Yeah, that's ball 2. 2 outs, base is empty. Late on that fastball.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Into the outfield, base hit. So now back to the top of the order.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole. I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast.
And down on strikes. That is the inning. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. Here's the second baseman, Ozzie Albies. The wind of the pitch. And there's a foul ball. Righty to the plate. That one missed.
It's a good take.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. Now the third baseman, Austin Riley.
Riley is one of those players that made his presence known in the majors right away. He hit a 438-foot home run off a Michael Walker fastball on his second at bat, which is probably the best way to make a first impression as a rookie, Boo.
And there's two down. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. The Phils up by a run. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Missed with a changeup. 2-2. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. A wide to kick the pitch. Hard hit left side. Tosses to first. And Acuna retired. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Back at Citizens Bank Park. And as we go to the last of the third. Here's the short stop at the plate. Trey Turner. Next offering misses down and away. That's to third. Riley fires to first. Turner is out. Here's Bryce Harper. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Swings and misses. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. 2 outs, base is empty. And here is Sosa to the plate. Not close with that one. Ball 2. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. And a swing and a miss. And the Phillies are set down in order. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now Matt Olson up to hit. And a 1-1. Wouldn't chase that time.
You know, these Braves showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They've worked 3 walks already, so that proves they're not anxious up there. They're sticking to their game plan, and it's working.
And there's ball 4.
It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter. But he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
Next offering is down low.
One strike.
Right through there for a strike. The Phillies leading by a run. Top half of inning number 4. This is off the inside. Full count now.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, dude. Well, a great back and forth, and that at bat. He had to play off some really close pitches, and somehow, Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
The 1-1. And another ball.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
That misses. 3-1 now. And a pitch. Turner over to Stott for 1. And that's 2. Here's Sean Murphy. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that's the 3rd out. Bottom of the inning, so here's the Phillies DH, Kyle Schwarber. Whips it to first. And 1 gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man. Bryson Stott stands in for the Phillies. On the ground, right side. One gone, runner at first. JT Real Muto getting ready to hit.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
The punch out there picks up strikeout number 7. Brandon Marsh, the next to hit. Not even close there. Now 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Two now.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Taijuan Walker.
So at this point in the ball game, we're talking about innings, and the little length out of this arm coming out of the bullpen. We'll see just how many outs he's able to give his skipper.
That's the 3rd. Slings it across. 1 up, 1 down. Michael Harris next up for the Braves. The Braves trailing by a run, and we're at the top of the 5th. And another ball. Towards first, and it goes just foul. And a 2-2. There's the splitter in the dirt, swing and a miss. Out on the drop, third strike, 2 gone. So the lineup flips over. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. Two down, nobody on. And a big swing and a miss.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball and out of that same tunnel.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Johan Rojas. And he can't come up with it.
Now batting, third baseman.
So digging in, Weston Wilson. Here's a 1-1. Check swing, he went too far, and it's a strike.
This is a great dynamic right here. Speedy runner at first, thinking about taking second. Catcher with the pop time that leaves Jaws on the floor. This might get interesting, Boo.
The pitch. And another ball.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner.
Runner on the go. Pitch misses in. Throw is low, and he can't pick it. The pitch.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but you know his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's gonna have to buckle down right here. Hey partner, back in 2023, Turner homered off the same pitcher twice in the same inning. Only a few players have ever done it, and his were against his former team, the Washington Nationals.
Next offering in there. For a strike, and it's 1-2. That's a little bit low. Rojas, the lead runner, out at second. Wilson at first with no outs. Outside low, 3-2 now.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
In the air of the infield, and the infield fly is called. And now here is Harper.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Next one misses, and it's 2-1. Grounder might be 2. Over to Arcia. That's 1. Return throw to first. Got him. Double play, and that'll do it. Here in Philadelphia, all set for the top of the 6th. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Austin Riley. And the right-hander deals. That's off the mark, and the count is even, 2-2. Swings and misses, struck him out. And now it's Ronald Acuna Jr. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. And now 2-1. There's a strike. Out to short, Turner. Tosses to first. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th. Matt Olson up to the plate.
The first baseman, Matt Olson.
2 outs. Hit hard, base hit.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
On the ground to the left. Turner with the throw to first. And that is the inning. And we're back. Bottom of the 6th at the plate. Edmundo Sosa. Here comes a pitch. Swings through that.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Lopez gets the swing and the miss. And that's the first out. Kyle Schwarber now at the plate. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Comebacker to the mound. The throw to first. Schwarber out of the play. And stepping in is the speedy Bryson Stott. Right-hander kicks, deals. Swings and misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And another ball. Wouldn't chase that time.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
And here's a 3-2. And they'll do it again. Left-hand batter waits. Got him. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. New inning getting started. Jorge Soler. Up at the plate. Good eye right there. And that is cut on and missed. And now 2-2.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Lifted in the air, right field. And there's 1 away. And the batter now, Sean Murphy. Trying to hold a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. There's a strike. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. And it beats him for out walk number 2. That's a strikeout. Here's Orlando Arcia. And the next pitch is way outside. Swings through that one out in front that time. Two down, nobody on. That one is absolutely belted. Back, gone. He sends a rocket to left, and we're level. It's 1-1. So up next, Michael Harris. Next offering misses. Now 2 balls and a strike.
1 strike.
And another ball. 2 outs. The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Nice grab. Bottom of the 7th, and up to the plate is JT Realmuto. The pitch comes up empty. That's strike 2. And another ball. Swing and a pop-up. Albies right there to make the grab. And there's 1 down. And digging in for Philadelphia, Brandon Marsh. The 1-1. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Got him looking, and there's 2 away. Johan Rojas stands in for the Phillies. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offensive side for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. Weston Wilson digs in now. And another ball. In the air out towards right center. Under it is Acuna to make the grab. And that'll do it. Back at Citizens Bank Park, here's the third baseman, Austin Riley. Out of the bullpen for the Phillies, Jose Ruiz. And a swing and a miss.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Ground off the middle. That's a base hit. The leadoff single, and the go-ahead run is aboard.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach.
Flips to second, back to first, and that is a double play. And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit.
Huge sigh of relief right there. Big-time pitching to induce the double play, erase what could have been the go-ahead run.
On the ground, stop. Sends it to first, and Olsen is set down, and that is the inning. Back here, Citizens Bank Park, onto the bottom of the eighth. Here's Turner now.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
Next offering in there for a strike, and that's strike two. The shortstop takes the ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Murphy throws to first in time. And that's one away. And the leadoff man is out in the eighth. Bryce Harper to the plate. Right-handed reliever.
2-1.
Swung on, belted. He's under it. Brings it in. 2 down. And now for the Phillies, Edmundo Sosa.
Now this guy, a player that, if he gets on base, has the ability to really be aggressive getting around the base paths.
Pitch is in the dirt, and it's 2-1. All tied up here in the bottom half of the eighth inning. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. And the pitch. That one off the mark, and it's 3-2.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So
Swing and a miss struck him out, and it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Marcell Ozuna. Outfield playing straight up now. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. And next is the designated hitter, Jorge Soler. And that's off the inside edge. And a count 2-1. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. 2 down. Here's the catcher, Sean Murphy.
The catcher, Sean Murphy.
2 down, nobody on. Ripped to short. Sends it across the first, and the inning is over. Now it's the DH, Kyle Schwarber. And another ball. Swing and a miss. That's strike 2. This guy's got good power. With one swing, he can win it for him. That misses the zone. Full count now. Outside, and that is ball 4.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. The game plan that he's sticking to, he's just not going outside of what he's looking for up
there. Winning run on base at first, no outs. Got him! 1 out, bottom of the 9th. JT Realmuto steps in. It's interesting he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. And down on strikes he goes. 2 away. Brandon Marsh stands in for the Phillies. Trying to send this to extra innings. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move to the very last moment. Incredibly.
Swings and misses, struck him out. That's the 3rd out, and we'll play extra innings in this one. Back here in Philadelphia, on to extra innings. Now at the plate, Orlando Arcia. Corner infielders up on the grass, expecting a bunt. Man at second. Little chopper rolls foul. And a pitch. Gets a piece and stays alive. Move to second. Dives back out. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Fires across the diamond. And here in the 10th, the leadoff man is out. And next for Atlanta, Michael Harris.
Deceptive slider right there. Stayed in the tunnel a long time. Got that hitter out front. Rolled over it. Put it on the ground.
Left-hand hitter waits. And that one missing low. This to center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. Bomber deals. Strike 2.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
And that's off the inside edge. And it's 2-2. And that's a base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. The throw in. The winning run crosses the plate, and the Phillies walk it off in extra innings.
You know, you had to feel the pressure. Winning run on second base. Found a way to make solid contact, and the winning run comes across to score. Everyone going crazy. Exciting finish to this game today.
Final score here today, 2-1. A 1-run extra inning win for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.
victorious Philadelphia Phillies. 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left 8 runners on base. For Atlanta, 1